Welcome back to Over the Hill Adventures. My name is Stan, and the question of the day is, are you sagging? The last time with our visit, we talked about the 2021 Grand Design Imagine 2500 RL. What I didn't get a chance to give you is a specification of our trailer. The weight, the gross weight, the dry weight, how much water it can carry. We did talk a little bit about the gray water capacity and the waste capacity. We did not get a chance to talk about the height, and so we're going to do that today. The dry weight of the trailer is 5,857 pounds. The tongue weight is 581 pounds. The gross vehicle weight with cargo is 7,495 pounds. The length of the trailer from the tip of the ball to the back is 29 feet 9 inches. And the height is approximately 11 feet 2 inches with the air conditioning. The water capacity is 52 gallons. The gray water capacity is 90 gallons, which is in 2 separate tanks, so you have 2 pulls. And the black water capacity is 45 gallons. What we'd like to do in this video is to show you a safe way of towing. When we first put the trailer on the back of the truck, we realized that we had a difference of 2 inches from the front of the fender to the back of the fender, to the rear wheels. It is important that you have a level ride when you are towing your vehicle, and that your tow trailer is also level. So we did a few modifications, and I'm going to share those modifications with you. Our first modification is the Blue Ox TrackPro. Now this came out in 2020, and what they use is they use suspension bars instead of the chains to control the sway and the weight distribution. Weight distribution. Weight distribution. Weight distribution. Weight distribution. We're also going to talk about the mods that we put on the truck as far as the airbags. What we did here as far as having the valve stems come out through the license plate. And for gas mileage, we also are going to talk about the catback exhaust that we also put on the half-ton truck, which is right there. So let's go through some of the modifications I did on our 2016 Chevy Silverado half-ton truck. We got a lot of questions about how does it feel when I tow the trailer with a half-ton truck. Well, what I did is I put larger tires, E-rated tires in the back and in the front, leveled those out, and then I installed myself the Airlift 5000 airbags. These were an incredible stabilizing ride. We really like that. We're going to show you how we do that as far as how we air them up. Now, what I air them up with is the Makita little air compressor, which goes up to 100 pounds. As you can see, I disconnected the trailer from the truck so I could show you my process. Now, these are just suggestions. I don't want you to think that I'm an expert, because I'm not. I just know what we have done here was for the benefit of the ride, the stabilization, and believe me, once you go down the road, how I have this set up, it's pretty incredible. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up my air shocks, and I fill up my air shocks to about 50 pounds. The little Makita air compressor is really super reliable. It's battery operated. And what's nice about it is it's not like an onboard, you know, people rave about the onboard compressors. I just feel like there's just too much that can go wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it for 50 pounds. And it will fill up the air shocks. And this happens pretty quickly. And I do this in both sides. The neat thing about it is having separate valves for each airbag. Okay, that was our first airbag. And I do the same thing for the second airbag. All right, so now we have the airbags charged to 50 pounds each, and you can tell the difference in the height right now. I'm gonna put some gloves on real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, Ron is gonna go down and show you how much fender we have now between the tire, if you remember what it looked like before. All right, so now what we're going to do now is I'm going to drop it down onto the ball. Okay, so now we have the hitch in place, and what we're going to do now is we're going to put the sway bars and connect them onto the Blue Ox TrackPro. All right, and you put that in with these pins. Now, as you can see, there's a huge amount of difference here, and the easiest way to be able to put this bar onto that is to bring up and lift up your whole entire hitch. Now what's different with the Blue Ox TrackPro is they've gone away from the chain and they use the friction of the bar to stabilize while you're pulling the trailer. Now let me talk about a little bit about the hitch. And when you decide to go buy your travel trailer, negotiate the hitch in the price of the travel trailer. That's what we did. All right, I have it right about there. I take the bar in, move it up, and then I just kick it in. I place the safety pin, and there you go. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. All right, so now we've secured both tension bars. We're going to lower down the hitch. And to take off the tension bars, you just reverse the order in which we did it. You can notice that there's a bend in the sway bar. That's what applies the friction and keeps your trailer in the straight line. Put on your chains. Put on your safety. This is your safety brake in case something gets disconnected. And then you plug in your lights. Now, this particular truck comes with a trailer braking system that already came with the truck. That is pivotal when showing a trailer. So there it is. There's the whole setup on how I tow this trailer. As you can tell, and Ron is going to show you that the truck is level, the trailer is level, and this is how you should tow a trailer. A lot of people has asked me, hey, what's your gas mileage on your truck? Well, I get approximately anywhere from, depending on the flats, I get 11 to 13 miles to a gallon, which is great gas mileage. Mind you, going up and down, I get an average of 10 miles a gallon. What I did do is I did a cat back exhaust system called MBRP. It has a robust sound when it starts. It sounds really good. It just seems like it just flows really well, and it does attribute to a better gas mileage. So another important modification I did on my truck is I bought these trailer mirrors from CIPA, from Amazon. Now Ron is going to put all of the links to what we purchased for the modifications of the truck. This is a really simple way of putting on these mirrors. They just kind of just slide on, and then you make sure this baby goes on like that, and they're on. You tighten them down. And you're good to go. And you can see your trailer safely. This is a real important modification. So when we started, 39.5. And then the back fender was at 37.5. It was 2 inches lower than the front, basically sagging. What happens when you do it interrupts with your braking, and when you're bouncing, it just bounces the front end up. So we're going to measure the back now that we have the air in the airbags, and it's at 39.5. 39.5, 39.5. The trailer is perfectly level. So until next time, this is ready for our next adventure.